What's up? Today I'm going to show you how to install the Ultra B headlight on your Sur-Ron LBX. You see here I have the legal version with the ugliest headlight to come out on the Surron. So I'll show you how to remove that. One thing you'll notice with the road legal version, it does come with this dash, but once you've got the aftermarket controller, it's pointless. It doesn't do anything except tell you about the indicators. So you can just get rid of that. So we'll get this headlight off and we'll get the Ultra B chucked on there. These headlights have 4 bolts, 2 on each side, holding them on. I've already removed the top 2, so it's just the bottom 2 I need to remove now. This is what the plug looks like. And then I also have 2 other plugs for the indicators. They're already disconnected. And that's it. It's pretty simple, there's not much to it. So to get the Ultra B to fit this bracket, I've had to drill out a 6mm hole in here so I can fit a larger bolt. That is one of the mounts I'll be using, and then the other 2 is this custom bracket I've just made up here. See the custom bracket I made. It's got a few extra holes, it's just an old bracket. Installing the Ultra B headlight, I've also put on a switch in there so I can have my high beam, low beam work. This light that comes in is the aftermarket Ultra B headlight. It's pretty much just your standard spotlight. It comes with a positive, negative, so there's only 2 cables that feed into it. So I just picked up my positive, negative in my harness and plugged it into there. The switch actually came with the right harness on there, so that just needs to be plugged in. And then I'll just grab my indicators and just plug those in as well. I picked up all this stuff off AliExpress as well. So I'll throw a link in the description if you want to pick this up. You can see I just put in this bolt here. I put in a little lock nut just so it will only screw in so far, because I don't want to press this in too far into that bracket and squish all the cabling behind it. It is a bit fiddly to get all your cables in behind there, but there is enough room for them to fit nicely. It's a lot easier if you remove your mudguard, which I'm going to do. That 1 bolt through there will hold the bottom on correct. You just see in the top here, comes with this little mount on the guard, or on the top of the headlight. And this one here, I've got a hole here where I'll throw another bolt in, which will line up perfectly. And this one doesn't line up, but I'll just throw a cable tie in there, and that still keeps it plenty strong. I don't know if you can see in there, that's where the cable tie is. That's just a bit of extra. And then there's that bolt down there, and that locks it in. That's not going anywhere now. Just throw the mudguard back on. Once you've got that bracket made up, it's actually really easy. Hopefully the new Sur-Rons that come out with this headlight, they'll release the bracket to suit, which will make the job a whole lot easier. I think it looks sick. Indicators are on there, it's all kind of fitting with the bike. This is a good upgrade that they've done on their new model, so I do love that feature. We'll get the battery chucked in there and we'll give it a little test. So for this switch, for some reason the way it's wired, I've got my high beam off, low beam off, and strobe light. Had a lot of rain lately, but hopefully there's no rain tonight. I'll take it out and we'll see how bright this light is. We'll see if it's better than stock. I know for sure it looks 100% better. I'll definitely be running this light regardless if it's brighter or not. I don't ride a whole heap at night, so it doesn't matter too much to me. But yeah, I think it looks sick. Headed back to the same spot where I filmed the last headlight video. I got lucky, no rain obviously, but the ground is wet. I think this is roughly the area I was in. Yeah, I think the headlight's sick. It's heaps brighter. I can adjust the angle there, get it up a bit further. That is on low beam. There is strobe light, and that's your high beam. That is good on high beam. And even off-road, if you want to high beam and then adjust it up a little bit, give you heaps more light. So pretty happy with that high beam angle there too. And then if you're on the road, you just angle it down. One thing I will say about the way I've wired it, for some reason, it's a bit annoying. I can't just go high beam, low beam, switch between the 2. I do have to turn it on, off, and go through that cycle. So that is one bad feature, but that's probably just the wiring feature, that wiring problem that I've got to fix. But apart from that, this light is bloody good. That is so much better, so much brighter. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.